Hey guys, and welcome back. We did another window. This one's even better. We're gonna call her number 3. Prototype number 3. This is the front of her. This is the back. Very much neater, very much. She knows what she's doing now. So let me show you how I did this one. So I'm starting out using the template from the old window that I made just to get the width of the pieces of wood I need to cut. You can always just measure your house window. You know, you don't need to have a template. I'm getting the width of this down, and then I'll glue all 4 sides together to make the outer box or the main frame. You want to make sure all of your pieces are exactly even, the 2 small pieces and the 2 long pieces. I'm using the tacky glue this time. I actually love this stuff. Where has it been all my life? And here is the main frame all glued together. Very cute, very nice, very perfect. Now I'm going in between the main frame to make slightly shorter sticks to fit directly inside. They need to fit very snug and be exact, because these will be the stationary part of the window inside the main frame. I'm going to measure out 2 long pieces and 2 shorter pieces, but it's actually going to be 3 shorter pieces. You'll see the 3rd piece later. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is create the boundary in the front of the window to keep the moving window in place. Instead of like piece patching things like I did before, I'm keeping this all the way, this piece inside the frame, all the way down. So the other window will sit behind. And here I am gluing the 2 shorter pieces, one to the top of the long piece and one in the middle of the long piece, because that's going to be the top window that does not move. And your main frame should fit smoothly around the inner frame perfectly. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my little piece of plastic for the window, or should I say glass for the window. And I'm just going to glue around the edges of this. I tried to do a really thin line. It did get a little messy, but it's fine. It's fine. Just glue as neatly as possible. And then I'm going to glue that down to the top part of the window. Decided I am going to put a stationary piece down at the bottom as well. I just feel like it'll look better. I don't know. It's just difficult. Put this first. Yeah. So all of this in here will remain stationary. And then I'm going to make a moving window that's going to go against here, not glued in, of course. And then we'll do a back frame that lays flat to keep that in. And I think that'll be perfect. I think I've finally perfected my window. So here I am taking the tacky glue and I'm going to glue around each side of this inner stationary window frame. And that will fit directly inside of the rectangular main frame. Now I'm measuring out the pieces for the moving part of the window. We're going to do 2 longer pieces and 2 shorter pieces. And once we glue all of that together, it should fit perfectly inside of the main frame. Okay, so I've made the second window, the moving window, and I'm just trying to see how good it glides. It glides good. As you see, it's like laying right on top of the other pieces of board that are there. It does glide pretty good still. Let's see how it glides with these here. I don't know. Does it matter? Does it matter? I don't know. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put this popsicle sticks here. I don't know why. I feel the need to do it, so I'm gonna do it. You know? So we're just gonna glue these down on both sides. This side and this side. Just to give it some something. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. So here I am gluing down the coffee stirrers because they're skinnier than popsicle sticks. But these little coffee stir sticks, skinny popsicle sticks, gluing them down outside of to where you can't see them through the window. They're going to go on top of the other piece of board there, just to give our window something to glide on better. Let that dry for a sec, and I'll pop that back in there. We need to measure these to go inside of the frame, inside of the main frame. You don't put these in yet because this is going to go back here on behind. This is going to go in there, and then these are going to hold that in from top to bottom very carefully. Yeah, see, I need something up here. Yep, never mind. Because unless I'm very accurate and precise, it's gonna glue in at an angle because nothing is there to brace it at the top. So we need to fix that, right? Right? Let me use one of this little janky piece of wood. So this needs to go all the way across the top. Yeah? Yeah. Absolutely perfect. You can just put this in there and let it rock. And just like kind of hold something there to like get a spacer. This is the part that's gonna make this permanent in here. So we need to be absolutely sure we like it. That's the front of the window. She looks nice. I put a tiny popsicle stick down first before putting the bigger piece of board down because I felt like that gave it more of a lift since the other window is also on top of popsicle sticks. Okay. I was going to put one down here, but it's going to stop my window from going all the way down, so that's not what we're trying to do. I'll be able to hold at least one end of the... Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Okay. That side's not really dry yet, but I just wanted to... This is the front. Looks nice and clean and neat. Love that. And then the back, I tried to make it look as neat as possible. Yeah.
Okay, so I am adding on a little handle ledge type thing to make sure, you know, we can grip the window and move it up and down. And the last time I put it on the wood and it made my window not be able to close all the way. So this time I made sure to cut the wood perfectly inside of the frame so it can sit right on the plastic glass window part. And that'll rest on top of the other piece of wood so we can grip it and move it up and down.
Here she is. Glue's dried. We can use this to open the window now. Cutesy wootsy. This is technically the third one because nobody really saw the first one. But in all actuality, this is like my fourth attempt. And I like it. I love it. This is it inside the house. This is the bathroom. Very much undone. She works. She sits there just fine, just nice. Yes, yes.